And if it's not the right fit, let's broaden our horizons and go a little further out to see what is metaphorically on the other side of the bridge. Affordability and options are another reason. Pricing can vary a lot by zip code, so expanding your search a little further out can open up communities that may be a better financial fit without compromising on quality. Very important, because maybe where you live, everything is very expensive. Welcome to Aging in Style with Lori Williams, the podcast all about finding the silver lining no matter what life throws your way. I'm Lori Williams, an award-winning senior living expert, author, educator, and caregiver to my husband, Mark. Join me as I share insights, tips, and personal stories to help you navigate the world of senior housing, discover ways to pay for care, advocate for your loved ones, and most importantly, learn how to thrive, not just survive, as you age. Hi, welcome to Aging in Style. I'm so glad you've tuned in today because I am going to answer a question that so many of you have. And the question is, should I move my loved one, mom, dad, husband, whoever it may be, into a senior living community that is geographically close to me, or should I be open to options that are a little further away? And this is such a common question and a concern, and I totally get it. We want to be near the people that we love. So today I want to talk about the 3 key benefits of having your loved one close by, but also there is a time when it makes sense to look a little farther out and, kind of like why keeping an open mind can be very important. So let's jump in with the benefits of moving your family member to a community close to you. And I think this really comes in more to play in my experience in talking to families. If they're looking at, say, a senior apartment or independent living, mom or dad are still pretty independent, not a lot of healthcare needs, maybe they're still driving. It's not as big a concern as it is when we're looking to a family that maybe has it's assisted living, memory care, residential care home, someone who has more medical needs. Then it seems to be more of a concern that families want them to be as close as possible. So number 1 benefit of staying close, obviously, convenience and accessibility. So when your loved one is nearby, popping in for, a quick visit, helping take them to doctor's appointments, or just checking in, bringing by Depends or whatever they may need, that is a lot easier. And you can maybe just swing by after work or stop in on the weekend without taking a whole day to, go to the grocery, go to see them, drive time, all that could come into play, especially if you're in a big metropolitan area like Dallas, where I am. That accessibility can, maybe ease the stress for both you and your loved one. Also, I have a lot of families who have young kids still who are, playing t-ball or soccer or whatever it may be. And that's a huge benefit to them to be able to just pop in, grab mom, grandma, grandpa, take them to the game and then take them back. So if that's something that's important to you, that's certainly a factor to weigh in and would be a benefit of having them close to you. Number 2, for benefits of staying close, peace of mind. So having mom or dad close provides a little more reassurance. So like if there's an emergency at 2:00 in the morning, then you can get to them much quicker than if you are 30 minutes to an hour away. And so knowing you're just a few minutes away can sometimes give you sort of that sense of comfort. And number 3, benefits of staying close, as I said, kind of stronger family connection. So proximity means that you can maintain some of those little moments, like maybe you cooked their favorite meal and you want to just drop it off to them or pick them up and bring them home to have a Sunday dinner with you, go to church, whatever it may be. Bring in the grandkids over to play and have a little visit. So you can have, when they're close to you geographically, you can have more of these frequent, smaller interactions that help everyone feel, more connected and supported. So those are the benefits of staying close. However, sometimes it's better to look a little further out. And, I think it's important. I mean, yes, of course, it's great to have your loved one close by, but sometimes the best fit for them is maybe not around the corner. Maybe it's a little further out. And let's talk about that, because that's okay too. And sort of like the things we're going to look for and the benefits of maybe looking a little further out could include, one, specialized care needs. So not every community offers the same level of care. And maybe the absolute perfect memory care program or residential care home that is just the right fit for your mom and dad, has like a stellar reputation, is a couple of towns over. And quality of care, when we're talking assisted living, memory care, that always should come first. And, I can speak to this where I live. Sometimes people have areas, like in my area, no one wants to go over the bridge. And they don't want to go over the bridge because there's always traffic and a wreck, but I totally get it. But there's back ways. However, there are options that are just fantastic, that are a little further out. And maybe you have to cross the bridge, like in my case of this area I live in. So I think we sometimes have to get past that in our mind, maybe look at the things that are around here. And if it's not the right fit, let's broaden our horizons and go a little further out to see what is metaphorically on the other side of the bridge. Affordability and options are another reason. Pricing can vary a lot by zip code. So expanding your search a little further out can open up communities that may be a better financial fit without compromising on quality. Very important, because maybe where you live, everything is very expensive. But if you go 20 minutes another direction, things drop significantly in price, just because it's not that it's bad or anything. It's just a different area, a different zip code. So that's always worth looking into as well. And third benefit to going a little further out, availability and wait lists. So sometimes the places closest to you simply don't have availability. So if you keep your search wider, you may avoid that problem of getting stuck waiting, and instead find a great place where your mom or dad actually get the care they need sooner. And, you could always, when you're expanding your horizons, maybe you love the place that's right by your house, a block away, but they have a wait list, and it could be 6 months to a year until you can get mom in there. Well, if it's best for mom that we find her a place because she needs care, she's not safe at home, then you definitely need to look a little further out. And then later on, if something comes available, you could always transition her back over closer to you, to the place that's a block away. There's other factors that come into that, like if she has dementia, and we won't get into all of that. But there are options out there. We just have to be creative and have an open mind. So the big picture on this is staying close, yes, has some big advantages, and I totally get that. But the most important thing is finding the right fit. A community where your mom, dad, spouse, whoever it may be, feels safe, cared for, and respected. And my advice is start with a wide open mind. Let's explore local options, but also let's consider those that are a little further out, because sometimes just that extra 15, 20 minutes of driving, maybe 30 minutes, it's worth it for the peace of mind that you know that your loved one is in the right place. So at the end of the day, there is no one size fits all answer. It's truly about balancing what your needs as a family are with your loved one's needs for care, safety, and quality of life. And just remember, you don't have to figure this out alone. That's what my team and I are here for, to help you with this, to kind of talk it through. And sometimes that really helps when we start talking about these things. People kind of have that aha moment, like, oh, I didn't think of it that way. So call us, lean on us, especially if you're in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. We're here to help you find the best community services, whatever it is that you need for yourself, your loved one, or whoever it may be. So Thank you, as always, for tuning in today. And if you're facing this decision, reach out. I'd love to talk to you and help guide you through this. And until next time, I'm Lori Williams, helping you age in style. And please share this podcast with all your friends, families, neighbors, coworkers, whoever. And if you haven't subscribed to the podcast, please go and subscribe, and you will be alerted every Friday when a new one drops. That's awesome, right? All right. Thank you so much. And we'll talk to you next week.